My name's Logan Bryant. I'm here with Vince, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what whirling disease is and how it affects fish in the Bow Valley and the bounce back, how the fish are doing after the diseases went through the streams of our Bow Valley.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Vincent Clément. I'm a wildlife biologist and I live here in the Bow Valley.
Yeah. All right, Vince, so tell me a little bit more. What is whirling disease?
Well, whirling disease, it's a parasite basically that needs to go through a different life cycle, right? So you need two hosts, a fish and a worm.
Yep.
And so it goes through the worm and then through the fish and then through the feces again. It's like a spore and goes back being a worm. So it's a disease that was, I think, first discovered in the 70s, I think, in the States. And here in the Bow Valley, or in Canada even, somewhere around 2017, something like that.
All right, so how does this parasite affect the fish?
There's different ways. It's the parasite will target the cartilage of the fish itself, so you can have some modification of mostly the spinal cord. So that's where they could have a problem in terms of looking for my words in English here. They're like crooked basically, and that's why they start to swim erratically because their spine is not aligned anymore. So that's why they call it whirling disease. And some of it as well, when they're infected at the young age, you can have like a darker color on the tail itself. So those are pretty much the characteristics of the disease itself.
How can we minimize or concentrate the spread?
Well, there's different things. There's either management plans or for everybody in terms of going in streams and to transport the pathogen itself. So with the transport, it's a matter of cleaning all your equipments. So it could be boats, your boots, your float, everything that's in contact with a contaminated water. You can bring that back to another system and infect the system. So in places where there is known infection, so we got Bow Valley, North Saskatchewan, we got the red deer and the old man. Those are the four watershed known where the parasite is present, and it affects mostly the rainbow, cutthroat, and whitefish, right? So you need the parasite and you need those species. So it's a matter of cleaning your material. The government of Alberta have developed and presents a system to decontaminate. There's level 1 to 3, depending on, it's just a float versus an excavator working in the water. There's different kinds of cleaning methods. So that's the first thing, making sure that all your equipment from one place to another is always cleaned, drained and dry. And the other one is the management, like they did at the Banff National Park, where you have the species. In some places, it's a matter of reducing the population to limit the spread. So they did a lot of killing in some lakes. They use rotenone, which is an agent that just depletes the water from oxygen for about 24 hours. So it kills the fish, and after that it's diluted and that's it. So through that, or through netting or electrofishing, depending if they're in stream and stuff like that. So it's to reduce the population where it's they know they got high concentration, and hopefully that the population will bounce back without the disease.
And so what is the fishing population looking like after, right now? Like, is it coming up? Is it dropping? Is it kind of staying the same after the whirling disease kind of gone through the Bow Valley?
Well, it's because fish population there's multi-factor, right? There's habitat depletion, overfishing, competition with other species that are now brook trout and stuff like that. So the population of fish are affected by various factors,
Yeah.
and this is one that you put on top of it,
Yeah.
which really doesn't help. So I think right now population are kind of stable, but at the same time, it's the government doesn't necessarily do a lot of or deploys a lot of water to understand where the population is at because it's very costly.
Yeah.
But I think right now, population kind of stable, but the cutthroat it's pretty much in difficulty, I'd say, in Alberta and BC. So it's a listed, well, kind of a listed species, not quite, but it's not doing so well, I'd say.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank